Hey, everybody.
I was not ready for this.
No?
I just
Let
was
me.
sitting here like texting, and I'm like, "Oh,
The lighting in front of me changed. Everett says this is usually the best part. Hobo will finally let his hair down. All right, if anybody wants to hop on, feel free. And then we'll get going. That was good. We had some good people in the chat. Some good questions. Oh, there's a new Hungry Hussy members only post. I have to take a look at that later. Where's my? All right, that's muted. I'm going to shut this tab over here. Shut that one.
I thought you said Everett was in the basement already."
Oh, he's not in the basement. He's in the chat. Oh, sorry. There's people here. I wasn't even in the basement. I was looking at other tabs, closing out. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, Keith, how you doing, fella?
How you doing, Squirrel?
I'm all right, man. Goodness, boy, your face is getting hairy again.
Man, I wish it'd hurry up. I got a question to ask you there, Squirrel.
Yeah, what you got?
It's going to be an easy one for you, and I ain't going to make it a hard one like I do on the hot seat.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Should I play the clip? Or we're good?
No, we're good. When you lost your nut, was it the left one or the right one?
The right one.
Oh, man, that hurts, dude. That hurts.
Yeah, since I lost
I would much rather lose my left nut than my right nut.
Yeah, so what happens, like, when I'm running, like, I start to turn left a little bit, because I'm heavier on my left side, and I gotta watch where the hell I'm going. Like, if I want to go straight, I gotta go right, because I'm eventually gonna be straight. So yeah, it messed with me big time, you know. It ain't no fun.
Imagine. I can imagine.
It sucks, man. Shit. But I manage, you know. I'm all right now. Hell, I'm used to it. I compensate now. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, Jason says Keith eats squirrels.
I love them little bastards. I love them. I love them.
People say we're tasty, but I never eat. Well, I don't want to say I ain't ever eaten a squirrel, but you know what I'm saying. I ain't never eaten a squirrel. I mean, I know this is probably a kid-friendly show. We can't be talking about squirrels eating squirrels right now, but back when I was younger, I had a lot of squirrels. Oh, man, shit. I'm making myself blush right now. Oh, man.
Well, that was probably back when you had two nuts, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the girls, boy, they see me walk away, they'd be like, hey, boy, get your ass over here. Where you going?
I feel sorry for you. You lost your right one, though, man. Because many a time in my life, I'd look at a girl and say, man, I'd give my left nut for one time with her.
Well, yeah, that's my story right there.
I would never give my right nut for anything.
You know, that's the saying, you know. You're not the only one.
I'm going to grab a beer right there.
You know, Hungry Hussy in the chat. So Hungry Hussy, he drinks that chair wine stuff. And one time, I was at a park, and somebody left a bottle just like that of that chair wine. And there was just a little bit, maybe a tablespoon on the bottom. And I wanted it so bad, my head got stuck in the damn bottle. I was running around the park with my head stuck in the bottle. I was like, somebody help me. But you know what? Before I panicked, I drank what was left of that chair wine. Whoa, man, that's a lot of sugar, boy. I was running wild. I was running around with a damn bottle stuck to my head. I finally ran into a damn wall and broke the damn bottle off my neck. I was like, I'm free. Boy, that's some good stuff. I don't find a whole lot of share wine bottles with some of that deliciousness in it. But boy, Hungry Hussy, he drink that stuff. I mean, his blood type is probably cherry wine. He drinks so much of that stuff. Oh man, it's hilarious. Oh man, how you doing, Hungry Hussy? Man, you a funny fella on this channel. He's so damn entertaining. I gotta tell you. Oh man. Oh. So who's this girl, Carla? How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing good.
Nice. You want to do gooder? Is that a word? Is gooder a word? She's doing good, but what's more than good? I say gooder all the time. You want to be gooder? Oh.
I'm doing better now, just cracking up laughing.
Yeah, that's hilarious. We got the cooking carpet. Hey, Keith, ain't that fella you shared your whole damn body for? I mean, you started with your beard, then your hair. I was like, oh boy, don't tell me he's gonna pull his drawers down. I was like, man, this guy's you're gonna look like Casper when you're done. Got an ounce of hair on you. Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh, I remember that and like it was yesterday. Oh man. Look at old Keith. He all tore up over there. That's hilarious.
I'm crying. I got tears in his eyes.
Yeah.
My only regret is that the old lady ain't here to watch this.
Oh, where's the wifey at tonight? Playing bingo or something?
She's at work, but she thinks you're the finest thing on YouTube, man. She loves you.
I agree. You are.
I'm popular with the lady. Look at Carla, man. She's all about me right now. How you doing, girl? Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't breathe.
Oh man, but good to see you, old cookie top and babe. That's hilarious. You know, Josh lost all his hair, and I think that was nice for you to do that, Keith, because you wanted to look like Mr. Clean, just like Josh. Oh, boy, that was nice of you, and you raised a lot of money, boy. Hey, by the way, did Josh ever get that money?
Well, I don't know.
Who kept the damn money? That's what I want to know. I mean, what happened all the damn? Hey, look at Rob got some new LED lights on top of his door. Now I know where the damn money went. This guy got new lighting for his whole damn house. Oh man, that's hilarious. Boy, he got a brand new baseball cap and everything, brand new sweater, brand new signs on his walls. Shit. Oh, I love it. You know, that's what, like the Matcha Dimes and the, what's that?
Jerry's kid?
Yeah, Jerry's kid. You know, that guy he's a funny guy, but as he got older, he would donate 1 penny for every dollar he got to whatever charity he wanted. He would keep 99 cents of that. That's a smart business, man. I don't care who you are. Oh man. Hey, Josh, can you? Oh, no ear brows. No, I don't have no ear brows. I got. You know what? The thing about a squirrel is I got hair everywhere. Like there ain't a part of my body, even where that nut that I had that dried up and fell off. Like the scar was there for a little bit, but now hair grew all over that. My eyeballs, if you look at my picture, that's me. My eyeballs are the only thing on my body that don't have any hair. And I got a tiny little butthole. I crack these little pebbles. So when I go poop, it looks like the end of a football, and that part don't have any hair. So that and my eyeballs, but the rest of my body, I'm a hairy son bitch. Oh man, that's hilarious. I'm just making fun, y'all. But you know what? My butthole does look like the end of a football. It flexes out, and then I drop a little pebble. That's the funniest thing ever. I don't know how that happens. I eat nuts and I poop the stinky stuff. I don't know how that happens because nuts don't stink. But boy, when I process them, boy, woo, man, I run away as fast as I can. I want nothing to do with it. All right, I think I have done taking over y'all's show. I'll let everybody else talk.
Oh my God.
Man, I'm just laughing, watching Keith laughing over this shit. I can't control myself. Shit. God damn, boy. Shit. Keith.
Oh my God, I can't breathe.
My stomach hurts so fucking bad, Carla.
Oh boy, I can't breathe. Somebody give me CPR. Oh shit, my little heart is beating 1,000 miles an hour right now. Oh shit, I can sit here, Keith and I can sit here just look at each other and laugh all goddamn night. Shit.
Keith, the bad part is this is like yesterday sitting next to Joey for fucking.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that homo. I just can't do it now.
Oh man.
Yeah, there was one point, Keith, yesterday that I had to leave the chair and sit on the floor because I was laughing so hard I thought I was going to fall out of the fucking chair.
I can't breathe. Oh man, let the oxygen come back into my brain. Oh.
So I remember at one point you asked Joey to stop talking for 10 seconds so you could take a drink without coughing it all up. And that was even worse.
I just couldn't help fucking the guy was just on his goddamn grind yesterday.
I just wanted to say, hobo, you sat in that fucking chair all day long next to him. And how you managed to make it through it, I don't know.
Damn, I wish I watched. But I didn't.
It was fucking crazy, man.
He had me laughing so hard. He had me laughing so hard I was crying.
Kind of like I am and Carla is with the squirrel.
That's how I was just a second ago. I was like,
was Joey stoned last night? I mean, that's a stupid question, but I mean, was he really high?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Or man, I don't know how to sex a one nut squirrel.
Oh, Joey, man, he gets so damn high he just stares at the floor for 30 minutes. I want to be that high. I mean, I had to go to his house and just knock on his window and say, hey, just drop it outside. Let me just sniff that stuff. Shit. And I'll be happy for a week.
My God.
Oh, red solo cup. You fill me up.
Gotcha, boo-boo.
Oh, 2 red solo cups. Damn. You know, that country song was popular for about 2 hours, it seemed like.
Well, it's still a good song.
Yeah, it is. It's a good. Well, back when people used to get together and have parties, we can't even shake hands anymore.
I still get together and have parties. We hang around with the same people we've hung around throughout this whole pandemic. We all have been tested.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah. It's just family, basically. And we're having them all over again Saturday.
Oh.
Carla, if you lived in Kentucky, I would have made a joke there that would have made everybody cry.
Oh, God. And I do live in Kentucky, and go ahead.
She's close, hobo. She's in Illinois.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Not doing it. I like you too much.
Okay, pretend you hate me.
Oh my
Wait a
God.
minute, Carla, you're in Illinois?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, that's why you're wearing that Chicago shirt.
Hell yeah, it's my team. And
Oh. What's that stadium where the football team plays at? What's that?
I don't follow football.
Oh.
This
It
team.
used to be. It used
What
to be
about
called
baseball?
Field until they landed a spaceship on top of it.
Yeah, you like baseball, Carla?
My husband's a Cubs fan, so I have to kind of like it.
Yeah. So, you know that where the Chicago Bulls play, they call that the world's largest gay bar. I don't know how true that is, but
I don't know. I don't know.
like it's all over. Like it's Chicago Bears. No, not the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bulls. I'm sorry, you got bears and bulls and shit. Come on, man, I got all confused. But yeah, that's supposed to be the world's largest gay bar right there.
I'm gonna ask the people at the party. That's a question. That's a conversation right there I can throw at the party.
Yeah,
Thank you, squirrel.
yeah. You
You
know,
better make some.
it's 2021. It's okay to be gay now.
I-
Man, they came out of the closets. Everybody holding hands and shit now.
Don't
It
bother
don't
me.
matter. But I do think that it's kind of funny that, well, I'm not even going to talk about it because I might hurt some feelings. Jeannie's joint.
Oh, nice paint job on the lips, face, LOL. Damn, you guys still got that video? I gotta go back and watch that.
It's still up.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the bears play.
I gotta go watch that. Not right now. I'm on with you guys.
What Lep's video from yesterday?
Yeah, I gotta go watch that.
It's fucking 12 hours long.
I can still watch some of it and go back across the street. I can just watch some of it and go back.
Oh my God.
The face painting happened in the last. Took me an hour to get home. Was on for an hour. So the 8-hour mark ish, 7:30 to 8 hour.
Well, you guys
Yeah.
been talking. The whole
Well-
damn stream was funny, so I gotta watch from beginning to end.
No, I'm
Does
just saying.
anybody have a
that
picture?
Lep having me paint his face, which was he made bad business choices at that point.
That's my
I want
last
to see a picture. Anybody got a picture of that?
It was so funny. He's standing there and Hobo's got the white paint can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lip closes his eyes and Hobo sprays him in the face. And then fucking Lip can't breathe. And he bends over for a minute. And the white paint drips off of his right nostril. And then about 40 seconds later, Lip's like, his gums are all fucking painted together.
Oh my god!
Oh, shit.
Oh, it was fucking nuts, man. It was nuts.
I gotta go back and watch it now. Oh, I got to.
But yeah, I hope that made his hours. I really did. I really do. I hope he made his hours. He said he thought he did, but I don't know. But yeah, so
Yeah, 800 views on there.
do what?
I said he had close to 800 views on there.
Really? Well, I know I had the other computer on all from 12 o'clock on, so he had that many hours anyway. And there was a good many of us in the chat was in there all day long. So
Oh, that was- Y'all use real paint?
spray paint, yeah.
Oh, my. Holy wow.
Holy fuck! You gotta get it.
Boy, he looked like a leprechaun right there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't actually spray paint. It was some kind of crap you put in your hair. But
Oh, the hair paint, hairspray, kind of.
yeah, but if you actually read the ingredient list, and the first thing's acetone, and I just blew it all over Lep's face
Oh,
multiple
damn.
times.
Yeah.
It was fucking nuts, man. It was nuts.
Yeah, that was a fun show to watch.
Oh man, I missed it.
I spend most of the time laughing. Like I told Rob earlier, I've never laughed that much, that long, that hard in one day, probably in my entire life. I mean, I felt like when I was driving home from Lep's house, I couldn't feel my face, and it felt like I did about 600 sit-ups.
I know. Everybody, when you left, everybody was like, "Is Hobo okay?" Because I mean, the night before, he spent 30 hours live on the computer, and then he fucking goes there and spends 10 hours, live, and so now he's got to drive 2 hours home, and everybody's wondering, is Hobo 1 hour, whatever? Is Hobo okay? And then I think it was Lep said, yeah, what time is it? And yeah, he'll show up here in about 45 minutes. And I think actually it was 42 minutes, and Hobo showed up.
Yeah.
I even stopped at the gas station because Rob texted me. He's like, "You home yet, buddy?" And I'm like, 3 minutes. And I was backing out of the gas station.
I was like, damn.
After I had fully parked so I could properly text message and not hurt anybody.
That's right.
Good thinking.
But yeah, it was a good time, man. I know that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I gotta make another drink, but I can hear you guys. I mean, my kitchen's like 2 feet away from me.
So yeah, Hobo, if you haven't done it yet, send me your address, and then I'm gonna go to the mailbox Monday. I have to mail your package and 2 others.
Here.
I'm gonna get all that done. I didn't get everything I wanted to get today for you. There was
Nothing, my friend.
do what?
I said, you didn't have to get me nothing, my friend.
You don't have to call me names, Hobo.
The one time I don't call him ass face or something like that, he gets fucking offended.
He's
But yeah,
very
there's
ass
a
face,
couple other things I want to get, and they just didn't have it at the store that I went to today. So I got all weekend. I can look for it. But I got my stuff for my video tomorrow. We're going to shoot that video tomorrow, hopefully sometime. And then Tara can work on it tomorrow night and get it up on Saturday. But
What's that Indian logo from?
who are you talking to? Oh, that's a Chicago Blackhawk. That's a hockey jersey.
Blackhawks.
Yeah,
Yes. Blackhawks.
that's an Indian.
Oh, you gotta be careful how you say Blackhawks around here.
I got a cat named Blackhawk.
Blackhawk.
Speaking of hawks, I woke up this morning and I went outside and I was out there smoking a cigarette and I kept hearing this fucking noise and I looked up and there's like 6 or 7 hawks just flying around the fucking house.
Oh.
And they're
Blackhawks
screeching
is what it is.
and fucking looking. And I don't know if they're looking for one-nutted squirrels or what, but they're fucking going nuts.
You
And
know,
I was like, damn.
with the way this crazy ass world is going, it won't surprise me that they're gonna replace that Indian head with a real black hawk. I mean, a big old black hawk. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna replace that logo. Everybody's so damn sensitive. Everybody's so damn sensitive. Aunt Jemima's gone. You know,
I like
the Redskins are gone. I mean,
I love her
who's
song.
next? Who is next?
Did you hear about they're getting rid of the Dr. Seuss books?
That is so stupid.
It is.
I love green eggs and ham. That's
No, they're not getting
dumb.
rid of books. They're not getting rid of all those books. They're getting rid of certain ones, I guess, that are racial. I could get this wrong, so nobody quote me wrong. But I guess the racial ones, which I looked at them, I never heard of the books, for one. But
What's up, Rod? What's up, Hobo? What's up, Squirrel? What's up, Keith?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Brew Q, those frames behind you are all fucking crooked. I want you to know. If you're gonna put frames up, make sure they're nice and straight. I mean, Jesus Christ, you got a level at your house? That thing, good Lord, I can tell. I'm sorry, man. I got that OCD, I think they call it. And those frames are driving me nuts. Turn off this damn camera, fix your damn frames, and turn your camera back on, because I can't stand this shit.
Talk to my 4-year-old who slams the fucking door and makes the frames go crooked.
Oh, I see.
I straighten those frames out every day, and they go.
I'm just messing with you, shit. You were flipping me off and shit like you really meant it. Shit.
I did. My eyes were itching.
Shit.
I
thought you were throwing half a peace sign.
Sometimes I just. It's just I like to use my middle finger for everything.
Oh, smell it.
I didn't get to celebrate drinking at all yesterday. I felt like total shit because I got my first Rona shot like 2 days ago, and the effects of it kicked in like yesterday, and I just felt like someone beat the shit out of me.
Which one did you get?
Pfizer.
Well, fuck you, buddy.
Oh, that's that one that makes it.
When I got my second one,
I haven't gotten the second one.
I was down for 5 fucking days.
Yeah, I get my second one on the 6th, and I'm just not planning. I'm planning to have some Tylenol.
5 days. I'd go from laying in the bed with every fucking cover I could have on top of me. Then I'd throw all that shit off, get fucking naked.
Ooh, baby.
say that.
Lay there, and then about 30 seconds later, I'm like, somebody help me get dressed again. I'm like, I'm fucking freezing.
Hey,
And that second one, my first one put me down for about 2 days.
Yeah,
it's the second one really fucking hurt me.
It was just yesterday, man. I just felt so tired. I just felt like I had no energy. And then I hear the second one is worse than the first one because the second one is like your body recognizes what it is, and so your body like
go away.
Yeah, your body like immediately reacts to it and starts fighting it. Yeah. But it's like for like a day. Like usually it's like for a day that you get like maybe a fever or something.
Hey Keith, when you was laying naked on your bed because you were getting all hot, you should have tossed some rings at your wife Terry and said, "Baby, come play some ring toss over here. Come on, baby. Let me turn off the lights. Put one of them glow-in-the-dark condoms, and you and your wife could have had a lot of fun right there. Come on, Terry, toss a ring on this damn thing."
At my age, I don't need a condom because it ain't going to get hard enough to put one in there.
Boy, spray some starch on that thing. I mean, it'll get hard.
No, not at my age, it won't.
Keith is really revealing a lot of stuff tonight.
Oh, no, everybody knows it's the truth,
Shit, that's funny.
Oh, Jesus, squirrel.
I still got both nuts, but the other part don't work. So don't worry about it.
Man.
Shit, you gotta be careful. Put some lotion on it so it don't dry up and fall off like my ball did.
I was watching that y'all's after the hot seat earlier. Madwood was pretty quiet. Like I was kind of he comments a lot, but I was kind of surprised he was pretty
That's
alert.
what I said. You're a man of few words, but dude, you're in chat all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't even try on those questions, man.
What you should have done is interview him in the chat. Like, "Hey, Madwood, tell us about the first time you smoked Grissom." Just let him go to town in the chat. Shit, that's what I would have done. "Hey, Madwood, who do you want on that Mount Rushmore?" Shit, he would have spat the answers out so damn quick. Boy, he'd fill up the damn chat box right there.
All I know is it's another guest, and the hobo don't got to make a shirt for. That's my aim, is to keep hobo protected. So I'm.
Stump the guest with Keith.
Who was the third citizen ever in Bettendorf, Iowa?
Yeah.
Those were some impossible questions, Keith. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Those are
All
like,
right,
what,
all right.
like, what, is that like when we?
In my defense, I've given him at least 2 weeks notice.
Yes.
All my questions would be from the state of Missouri, and all my questions come from fucking Google. That's where I get all my questions and answers from. And so he had time to study. And if you would go to Google right now, and type in Missouri, you'd get a hell of a lot of those answers right there on that first page. Just go to
I went to Google. I went to Google like 3 minutes ago and typed in Blackhawks, and you don't want to know what came out. I had to turn that damn page off quick. I was like, oh, hell.
You know, you didn't turn that shit off real quick.
Well, yeah, you're right. I stared at it for a little while, just a little bit.
You stared at that shit in wonder and awe.
Madwood did tell me the other day that he was born and raised in Missouri. How was I not to know that he wasn't a baseball fan? You know?
True.
I mean, that's something, you know. If you're from Missouri, you would know St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah. No, my questions were legit. He just failed the test. That's all there is to it.
Keith literally Googled what's the most 10 obscure facts and then backspaced and went 3 obscure facts.
Be honest with you, man. It'd be a little more disappointing if it was like somebody from Texas and you asked them all these questions. Because, like, Texas is a little different. Like, we have a lot of pride down here. We know our history. We know a lot about our state.
We had to help the dude from Texas to get his fucking shirt.
What?
We had to help the dude from Texas get his shirt.
Dad Bob? Dad Bob? He ain't from Texas, man. He's like been in San Antonio for like a year.
Dad Bod. No, who was it?
There's only been 2. Well, 3. 3 now.
No, it wasn't Dad Bod.
There's only been 2 5 minutes with Keith for the shirt.
Hey.
No, there's been 3 or 4.
Whatever.
Well, it might have been before the shirt.
Who was
It wasn't Dad Bod.
That night, I had to give him another one so he could get that. Who was that, Rob?
It was the first guest. It was the very first guest.
What?
See, Madwood. Darnell said Madwood's not from Missouri, but then Madwood said, "Yes, I am."
So let me clarify this. Everett was first for a T-shirt. Dad Bod was second. Madwood is from their
Missouri.
Thought we covered
Originally.
it. No.
Maybe it was Dad Bod. I don't know. But I asked
Dad
him.
Bod's from San Antonio. Well,
I asked him several questions because the one, because Hobo's thinking.
Nah, it's not.
You know that Dad Bod guy. That
Stars
guy
didn't
was
run.
very smart. You can't stump a guy like Dad Bod. That guy is
It wasn't Dad Bod because this guy he does he goes to barbecue places around the state and does a lot of that. And,
yeah.
Well, there was Bowers Barbecue.
Hours.
It could have been Bowers. It could have been Bowers. Yeah, that's
He goes
what
around. He goes around to different places.
Yeah, it was Bowers.
Is that
I'll tell you what.
I asked him the Billy Joe Shaver question. He knew that, but he didn't know the armadillo. He didn't know what the armadillo was.
Yeah,
That
might
was
have been.
that was pre-T-shirt.
No, because we asked him another question that night because you was taking answers from the fucking chat to try to give him the shirt.
Maybe we were tossing around the idea of a shirt.
Who's the armadillo guy?
The other dog guy.
No, that was it.
Was it Coleman?
No,
Coleman? No.
Crazy Pop, wasn't it?
Was it Crazy Pop?
No, I think it was Bowers. I really do. Yeah, I think it was Bowers.
Yeah, because Bowers. Okay, here's when I was doing the fucking math up here in my head, and fucking nobody understood it. That's the. Remember, Rob? I watched. What was that video? Oh, Jesus Christ! He makes charcoal. He makes barbecue sauce. Black guy, Texas.
Stubbs. Yeah, because Bowers went to his original place.
Yes,
Stubbs is fantastic. That's in Austin.
That's how all that math was going in my head when my fingers were moving.
Yeah.
I was
Stubbs
putting
is
stars
fantastic.
together.
Yeah. Because see, that's the one where I watched all his fucking, damn near all his videos trying to come up with my questions. And I can't do that with Madwood because he's only got 2 videos, and
One of them is a chat with him and Bobby.
yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
that's not fair.
yeah, it was Bowers. Yeah.
Yeah, much to go on there.
What's the other video? Bacon wrapped green beans?
No, what's that?
Bacon wrapped green beans.
But Squirrel, what you talking about? That I have to ask because I like me some green beans and I like them cooked different ways, but I've never had them bacon wrapped.
Oh man.
And they're too
Now,
small.
I've cooked them all day with bacon or ham hocks, and I've sauteed them before.
Yeah. What you gotta do is you gotta blanch them like in real hot water for like 2 minutes, and then grab about 4 or 5 of them, and then wrap that in bacon. And you.
This is too much work, man. For
You
what?
can
And
grill
then you grill it.
Yeah, then grill it, and then put some of your favorite barbecue sauce on the bacon. Oh man, shit.
I'll have to
Good
try.
stuff.
I've not tried them like that before.
No,
man.
it doesn't sound like it's worth it.
Oh, it is
Oh
worth
yeah,
it.
well, if you like green beans, it would. Yeah.
Yeah, I love me some green beans.
And if you like bacon, it would too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everybody likes. I'd assume everybody likes bacon. Like bacon, isn't that like it's a running joke? Bacon makes everything better, right?
Yep.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
yeah, man.
no, Bowers did not know the armadillo question. Yes, he did not know that. And
What was the question?
I asked him what the armadillo was.
We know what it is.
It's not an animal, but what is it?
It's a rodent.
It's a what?
It's a rodent.
No, I said not the animal. Not the animal. What was the armadillo and where was it located?
Oh, the armadillo was what the hell was it? It was a barbecue place somewhere.
Are you both from Texas?
I'm not from Texas.
Squirrel, barbecue, brew Q? Are you guys from Texas?
I live in. Yeah, well, I'm not from here, but I've been here a really, really long time.
Well, I don't see any horns on you, boy.
You don't know what the armadillo was. The armadillo was a music place in Austin, Texas.
Oh, well,
That probably every musician in the entire fucking world played at.
hey, as soon as you said
It was a
Stubbs, though, I
country
know
bar is
where.
what it was.
As soon as you said Stubbs, I know where the hell Stubbs is. That's in Austin, Texas. Have a nice outdoor concert venue for it too.
That's Austin.
No,
Everything.
Powers was not in Austin when he did the Stubbs thing.
Of course, we've disowned Austin. Like this,
Yeah.
Austin's
No.
just like this.
Powers was in. I forget where he was, but it was the original Stubbs barbecue place.
Yeah, Austin don't represent Texas. Austin is this oddball in Texas.
Yeah. Austin is to Texas what Santa Fe is to New Mexico.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
agree.
fruity
I'm just gonna agree with you and not really agree with you because I don't know what the hell that means.
Well,
Probably because I don't know what Santa Fe. I don't know anything about that.
artists, hippies, you know,
Yeah, okay.
hipsters. That's what Austin is.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with hippies.
No. My parents were hippies.
I used to be one. I mean,
You used to be. You're no longer a hippie.
Why do you used to be?
do I look like a fucking hippie now?
state of mind, man.
Josh and Babe took care of the hippie.
Yeah.
You'll get that back. Don't worry.
Hey, man, hippie by your standards is a lot different than hippie by today's standards.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they don't have hippies nowadays. we were a dying breed 20 years ago.
Your hippies were different than today's hippies. I'm telling you.
But yeah,
That'd be a good name for a barbecue channel.
Everett,
They'd be like, what would they be like smoking cabbage every day?
Yeah. We're smoking cabbage again.
Today we're gonna like low and slow some carrots.
Yeah. Today we're just gonna get high and stare at each other. Today,
Lyle is driving over the road now. He's
man,
not
I could have so much fun with that hippie barbecue channel. Today, we're gonna get so high, and we're gonna put this unopened bag of Doritos, and whoever has to open it first owes the other guy $100. So let's welcome our guest today. Hello, Keith Bettag. How you doing, buddies?
Today we're picking up some romaine lettuce from World Market, and we're gonna smoke it at 230 degrees for 5 hours, and it's gonna taste like total shit.
Oh, we're gonna put a beef jerky on the counter. We're both gonna get high, and we're gonna see who's gonna grab it first. Oh man!
Oh, the smoke the smoke from my smoker is destroying the world.
Boy, hey, I gotta tell you, those hippies live the crazy life, boy.
They
Getting
tried that shit
high all
not-
the time.
This
They
is-
go to concerts and don't sleep for 4 days.
That sounds like
Hobo.
that sounds like Hobo on a live stream.
Hobo ain't going to no concerts, but he ain't sleeping for 4 days.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
busy
yeah,
doing
yeah.
live.
Something to make him stay awake.
I wish I was a hippie.
No, you don't. Don't say
I
that.
would.
Don't ever do that. Don't do that, man.
They smoke some. I mean, look at Willie Nelson. Some bitch is gonna live forever. He's the oldest hippie on the planet.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I keep seeing people like smoking pumpkins and shit on their smokers, and like I keep seeing on Instagram like people smoking vegetables all the time. I'm like, what the hell's going on, man?
Yeah.
What happened to throwing a whole hog on your smoker, or like throwing the tomahawks on there and shit? Like, there's this whole like. All right, here's my crazy thoughts. Okay, I think like there's clearly like in the world today, or in the U.S. especially, like there's this anti-meat campaign stuff kind of going on everywhere. So like,
Not here.
well, yeah, it is. It's all over the place.
And anti-meat?
Well, in my house.
Anti-meat, like don't eat meat kind of shit going
Oh,
on everywhere.
that's a lesbian world right there. They don't eat meat. Shit. Yeah, our home is anti-meat. We don't allow meat. We don't like meat. We don't want to see
I'm not talking
meat.
about that kind of meat.
Oh. I thought you were Hey, you know, speaking of lesbians, you know what you call an open can of tuna in a lesbian's apartment?
Smorgasbord.
Potpourri. Potpourri.
All right. Squirrel, you really are a squirrel, man. Squirrel! Totally derail a conversation.
All right, let's go back to your no meat in this house.
No. I'm just saying, like, it's clearly obvious. Like, there's this big anti-meat movement going on that's slowly growing and gaining steam. So eventually, like, you buy a smoker, you really will be buying it to smoke a head of cabbage.
Yeah.
You know?
No way. No way.
Not in this house.
Cows are contributing to global warming and all this stuff. It's like,
Well, my grass is nice and green because the that cow manure, boy, that works wonders on grass.
your grass is nice and green because of CO2.
Oh, man. I
But
love
in all
grass.
seriousness, there's like I kind of wonder if we'll ever get to a point in, like, not in my lifetime, but like where meat is just outlawed. If we ever got to that point where like you just don't eat meat.
Yeah, hell, well, restaurants are like they try that non-beef stuff.
Oh, the what's that stuff called?
I can't think of it.
The
Burger
plant-based.
King's got it.
The
Non-meat.
plant-based meat. What is that shit called? The Beyond Meat.
Yeah,
Beyond
yeah.
I haven't even
Burger
tried
King
that.
tried it.
Now, don't get me wrong, man. I have had like vegetable burgers or whatever you
Yeah,
call them.
black bean burger.
Some
I've
of
tried
them,
that.
man, are pretty damn close, to be
Yeah,
honest
oh
with you.
yeah.
But they ain't any better for you than regular meat. They're like got all
No.
kinds of stuff in them to make them
Tastes
taste
good.
like an animal. They've done all kinds of stuff to that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't want to eat any fake food, and that's all that is, fake food.
Yeah,
The
fuck
thing
all
that-
that fake food, says Keith.
The thing that's creepy to me is that they can actually grow meat in laboratories now. And
Yeah.
you don't believe me, that shit is real.
I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it.
I'm not eating it either.
Hey,
You,
you know
you
what
wouldn't even
else?
know if you were, though.
You
wouldn't
know what else grows meat? Y'all wanna know what else grows meat? Viagra. Y'all ever taken that? Boy, hey Keith, you said your little noodle would be dead. Boy,
No,
you
I
pop
don't
a
have
Viagra, boy. You Terry be in trouble. Woo. Tell me about that. Look at what I got right here. Look at this shit. Oh man.
I've never tried
Squirrel,
exactly.
squirrel, I'm sitting here by myself. Why do I need my noodle to grow?
Hey, they last 7 hours. As long as your wife comes home between now and 7 hours, you go right.
It's a squirrel and not sausage. So I don't think
I
that.
can't even get Hobo to send me a wooden butt plug. Why the fuck do I want my noodle to grow?
Oh
I am without speech. I am speechless.
man.
Let's talk about this wooden butt plug thing again. Now, how did this happen? What did
Oh, he had my hopes all built up, and then he put the fucking company on hiatus so he can go get into something else. I was all excited there for a month, and now it's
Hey, there was a leopard crawling behind you, Carla. There was like a big old tiger or lion or something just walked across the screen there.
that's all right. It was a clever kid.
Fat Cat Blackhawk.
Oh,
That's a black.
his name is Blackhawk?
I got one named Blackhawk, a gray one named Cubby.
Boy,
we're gonna circle back to this black cock
you
thing.
gotta
again.
be careful, man. If your cat's outside and you have some people walking down the block, you're like, come here, Blackhawk. Come here.
Yeah, right.
Come here. Get inside, Blackhawk.
He won't go unless the people that he knows tell him to go inside. Or my dog Harley tells him to go inside.
My stomach hurts, Squirrel, from laughing. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna go outside and smoke a half a cigarette.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. It was good hanging out with y'all.
We appreciate
Y'all
you
have a
helping
good
us,
night.
Squirrel.
Hey Keith, when you go
Huh?
outside, before you smoke a cigarette, take a couple of breaths first, because it hurts right after you're laughing and you smoke a cigarette. It hurts.
I'm just gonna smoke a half of one. I hope.
Okay. What squirrel do? Leave?
Yep, squirrel.
Oh.
Wrong.
I guess he had to go find his other nut. I don't know.
The squirrel's full of nuts.
Oh my god.
That needs a trip.
I love that guy. He's funny.
Fucking squirrel.
Squirrel needs to start his own channel.
Yeah, he
Squirrel
does.
has his own channel, don't he?
Well, I mean, as Squirrel.
Oh, it's squirrel.
Squirrel
What
and
would he
I have been
cover?
in contract negotiations for the last week about having a permanent spot. The problem is that Squirrel doesn't know how to read a clock. So
Yeah.
with the daylight savings time, I'm assuming that screwed him up because he's used to it being at this time. It just got dark about a half hour ago, and now it's still sunny out. I think we'll get there.
This daylight
Yeah.
saving time's been screwing me, honestly, man. Like, this whole the sun is still up at 7 p.m. is weird stuff again. I never get used. I don't know why we still have this. Why do we still have daylight savings time this day and age? It's like just ritual now.
I think it gives more daylight for the farmers and stuff.
Is that still relevant though? I mean, like with the
Yeah, I mean,
technology.
we got chickens. They'll lay more eggs during the day, and like when there's more light. So I mean, I know
They're going to only have this amount of daylight.
it's really only the time. But I mean, we set their chicken door to come out at a certain time and go and shut at a certain time. So I don't know. Helps
You're
out with
living the
that.
fucking life, man. You got chickens and shit, like acreage, badass swimming pool. Fucking.
Robbie
mean,
might want to move. I feel like he may have looked you up on Google Satellite and has a drone strike set up for your
Yeah.
house.
I don't have to look him up on Google. It's in his videos.
No, it's an inside joke because I did that
I got you.
a couple weeks ago.
I was like, he's got like a drone flying over his property, and it flies down and actually goes into the garage to the Blackstone.
Yeah, that was only like my third flight. I'm getting pretty good at it.
I want one of those, man, but like I can't fly them anywhere around here. There's like no fly space everywhere around me, like privacy reasons and stuff, and you have to get like a license and stuff just to fly those things.
Yeah, you
Over
do.
here.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're a certain weight, like most of them, you do have to get a license. Or
Like
you
the
have to,
DJIs?
you have to like register it.
Even the little DJI minis, man, you have to like be careful, like what you fly.
But
Where you
that's
fly
what I
them.
have, but it's so light I don't have to register it with the FAA or anybody.
Right.
So I'm all.
Well, I mean, I like my property too, but like it would be nice to have a big piece of acreage. But that'd be more grass I'd have to cut and shit though. So.
pay more taxes.
That's why you get a riding lawnmower.
Yeah, I have a push mower. Ain't happening.
Yeah, I don't blame you for a push mower. Trust me.
I just got rid of a lot of yard and put a pool in, so I'd like to have less grass now.
Oh, that is my pool.
Oh. Oh, nice. Ben's ramblings exposed the little tidbit there.
Yeah.
Well, I won't tell if you don't, Rob.
I feel like I fall asleep. I feel like I fall asleep for a second. What I missed that Ben's talking about?
You said that you have to have a commercial license if you use it for YouTube. Because you're
talking about the drone?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the piece that was missing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did buy I did comment the other day. I did buy a griddle, man.
Oh yeah.
I was just lollygagging around. I looked at these actually I looked at the Rhino ones, and I looked at the Blackstone, and I looked at the Char Griller, and then I did reach out to Char Griller. They did get back to me, but I didn't like the conditions, so I was like, all right, I don't want to do that. And so nothing against Char Griller. I think they're a great. I think they're a great company. I really do. Nothing.
But
I just didn't want. I just didn't want to live up to my end. I just didn't want to live up to my end of that deal. So I just. so I was. I don't know, man. I looked at Sam's Club and like I saw there wasn't a lot of content coverage on this particular griddle, and it does run hotter in the middle and the back, but the drain is in the front, which was fine with me. It's like drain was like a little hole in the front, and it has a little drawer you can pull out. So I'm gonna start doing some cooks on that. Had really good reviews overall, so I said, "Shit, I'll run with it." You know, see what happens. Yeah. Only problem is the only thing I don't like is that the shelves don't fold down, so the shelves are constantly up. So I either may leave them on and leave them up, or I might take them off and just have like a table or something. Because those little side tables, from all the griddle reviews that I've read from like all the different makes and models, is like they all get hot on the shelves. The shelves apparently get really hot.
Yep.
And you end up melting.
They're set up. So like Blackstone has a surround, which is what this laptop's sitting on right now. So I can't give you a fucking show.
Your laptop sitting on your Blackstone?
What's that?
Your laptop sitting on your Blackstone?
Yeah. It's the it's the wing of the Blackstone.
It's the desk as well as a cooker.
Right. You get a multitask.
Multifunction. Yeah.
But the thing So the Blackstone, like 36-inch, comes with two. Well, it's one shelf, I think. That's hot because it's on the same level as the fire.
Right.
But if you get the fold down wing, I call it the wing thing, like Hussey has, it's not hot.
Hmm. He said in one of his videos that like he melted something or something. Or I think he did in one of his videos. I can't remember. He's done a whole lot of Blackstone videos, and
I mean, he might have, but like this wing set came with a wind kit that goes around.
oh, wind guards, yeah, yep.
And I think maybe that's the difference.
It probably is. It like reduces the amount of heat coming out. I bought this thing for $200, man. Like, and it came with like a little vinyl cover for it. Of course, all my grills sit out in the weather outside, so being in a very humid environment, I'll have to keep that thing seasoned quite regularly, anyways, because that seasoning will come up in humid environments anyhow. So that'll be something I probably have to do once a month. If I don't cook on it, I'll have to go out there and just kind of season it up once a month to make sure I protect it. Uh-oh, Rob, better get that license.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
On my 36-inch Blackstone, I've got 2 side tables on the, the only part that gets hot is like if you got a plastic bottle or a metal pan sitting right up against,
Right.
that gets hot.
Yep.
But the rest of the tray itself doesn't get hot.
The tray's not hot. It's just where the
Just right up, and Rob,
the heat goes like this. It goes up and it goes sideways.
who's on the hot seat next week?
Dash from
SBS barbecue or whatever it is.
yep.
He's from Indianapolis. No, Pennsylvania.
Nope. Maryland.
Maryland? Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Well, it's one of the states.
We scheduled him a while ago too. I should probably get in touch with him tomorrow. Make sure he's still good for Thursday this week. So it was like a month or so ago. I was like, "Hey, you want to be on?" Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. But I don't know if he remembered what date.
Uh-huh.
So, and Kent mentioned earlier that there'd been 3 Iowans on the hot seat.
Yeah, that's strange. We gotta quit that out.
I got an idea how you can fix that.
Yeah, just
there's
don't
only
have
3
any
other
more
islands
islands.
left in the state.
You can put 3 Hoosiers on the hot seat.
What?
Okay.
What? Hobo.
I know 3 Hoosiers right off the bat you could put on.
What is that behind you? What do you? It's another. Is that another griddle sitting behind you there against the wall? Other way. No. Yeah. I see some gas dials. Yep. What is that?
That is a 3-foot paella pan.
A what?
A 3-foot diameter paella pan.
Well, no, I think he
What's
means
it sitting on. It's sitting on something.
the thing to your right, behind your right shoulder.
No, not the big motherfucker. I'm talking about the thing next to it. Like,
Yeah,
that thing over there. Yeah, what is that thing? Is that another? Is a 2-burner?
Blackstone,
2-burner.
well, it's got 2 burners, but then it's got the deep fryer next to it. It's the Adventure
okay.
Series.
Dude, you got every gadget, gizmo, everything in your arsenal. I've seen your videos. You have a shit ton of stuff, man.
Are you able to park your car in the garage with all that stuff?
He doesn't have a car. He takes a bus.
I don't park my car in my
I
garage.
run everywhere.
You're right.
I'm probably gonna have to get rid of my Traeger or something to make room for the griddle because I don't have space, man.
Yeah.
Just line them
That's
up.
the other thing
down
too.
there.
Is
I do.
that's the other thing
Yeah.
too. Is I like having lots of different grills and stuff, but they take up space, and then I don't want to be like baby back maniac Justin, who's got 1,500 grills in his back patio, and
Hobo has more grills than Baby Back Maniac.
Do you really?
And he knows that, and it's true.
It's just like comes to a point. It's like, when do you like use them all? Like they all cook food, right? And like clearly some of them cook food better than others, and clearly some of them infuse better smoke flavor than others. And it's like, are there days where you're like, I don't really want such a smoky piece of meat, so I'll put it on the pellet smoker, or I don't really want like a true offset kind of feel or taste, so I'll put it on the Weber kettle, or it's like, we should put Hobo on the hot seat.
Yeah, we should.
And be like, Hobo, please tell us when you decide to use.
I've held more titles on the hot seat than any other person has.
While
I'd be
I'm
like,
thinking of it, Rob, we could actually have 4 Who's Your Goo Tubers on at one time, one night.
Oh,
That'd be something different. I'm just saying.
yeah. Like, kind of like
Darnell's calling Hobo out though.
Hobo ain't going to sell Darnell his shit. That ain't going to happen. No.
I think Hobo's like me. He cooks out when I think Hobo's like me. When he cooks out. He cooks out. Like I don't cook out all the time. Like I'll cook out every couple of weekends or so. I don't cook out every freaking day, and I don't cook out every freaking weekend. But I do cook. When I do cook out, I do document it, like in a video or something, or try to. Not always. I mean, if it's just to feed the family real quick, I'll, throw something on a direct fire. But I think it's one of those things where like
Hobo has a grill directly. It's used for one reason. It's to cook 102 fucking hot dogs, and he's not going to get rid of that because every now and then he'll want to cook 102 hot dogs again. Well, I mean, yeah, Hobo ain't selling Darnell his shit. I'm like, that ain't going to happen.
And have the neighbors' kids come pick them up, and have the dogs come and get them too.
Oh, is that what that was? Does Darnell want Hobo's hot dog cooker?
No,
I
there's 4 I can come up with real easy. So yeah.
Man, I have a shit ton of wings in my freezer too. I need to like do some hot wings, or need to barbecue up some wings. I just don't know why I don't.
So to answer your question,
yeah,
a lot of the grills I have are a lot like when I started my channel, everybody called me the small smoker channel because I would have these tiny ass smokers. And then I bought the Humphreys Down East Beast, which then everybody's like, well, now you've got like a refrigerator, for fuck's sake. My thing has always been, some people go to the bar, some people buy clothes. I'm going to throw the women in here, purses and shoes and whatever the fuck you want.
Nail polish.
Or nail polish or whatever. And it's,
I had to help you there.
there's times that I'll buy something at $25 grill up to $100 grill, but I get weeks of enjoyment of trying to figure out how to make it work.
Right.
Now, am I using, like, going back to your point, am I using it all the time? Are they being wasted? Arguably, yeah.
That's perception though. It's like, what is wasting it?
Well, it's not wasting it. It's one of those things. It's like, if you're getting enjoyment out of this item, okay, you buy a new car. You're like, oh, fuck, I got a new car. A month later, do you go, oh, fuck, I got a month-long old car? No, you're like, it's a fucking car.
Yeah.
But if you can do new shit with it, you get that little moment of excitement. And that's the get off.
Yep. I agree with you, Hobo.
Usually I'd be like, man, that's not really a good correlation, but like with the whole COVID thing and people barely going anywhere, that actually is a pretty good correlation. Both my cars are like 2 years old, man, and they got like 8,000 miles on them. Like I don't drive them. Like we just don't drive our cars hardly. Just don't have anywhere to go. Amazon or I want something, it's on my porch in 2 days. If I want beer ingredients, I order from a local place up in Dallas, and they ship it down here, straight down the straightaway here, and it's on my front porch next day. It's like we have the level of convenience in our society has gotten crazy. Like you don't have to leave your house for shit anymore, man.
Tell me about it. Food gets delivered to you. I mean, I had my groceries delivered to me.
I still will go get my food though, like from a restaurant or something. I'll still go get it because like DoorDash and all that, like you tack on like basically $10 more to your meal.
I know. Tell me about it. But I don't drive. That's the problem.
Oh, I will, but like it's like 5 minutes away. Like that's why I don't have any miles on my car because before I lived in Houston, I lived in Midland for a little bit, and in Midland, everything was 10 minutes away.
Yeah, but I can't drive because they don't let me drive because of my eyesight. That's why. And my husband's the one that drives our car, so he takes it to work. So Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub, I boycotted them. They deliver to me if I want some food.
Yeah, they will. And I just can't do it though because when it's like I start to like guilt myself. I'm like, man, how lazy am I, man? If I can't get off my ass and go 5 minutes down the road and get something.
For me, it's like, okay, I spent so much money just to get me fucking some food and my kids some food. I spent so much money. That's how I look. That's what
I think you would like run off and get the food to get away from the kids.
I can't because I take them with me.
Yeah, my daughter's that way now. She wants to go everywhere Daddy goes. So rather than hopping in the Charger and getting something, I have to hop in the Jeep because we have only one car seat right now.
Yeah,
she always wants to go with me to get stuff. So it's like, shit, man. But I'm thinking, man, I need to get in my car and drive it and keep the battery charged.
When I go to a grocery store, let's say I'm going to buy a green bell pepper. I will pick up 30 green bell peppers before I find one I like. Okay? I'm not going to call some motherfucker up and say, go to the store and bring me 12 beers and a fucking green bell pepper. Because if he brings me one of these soft motherfuckers, I'm going to be pissed.
Hey, Keith, let me tell you something.
And so I don't want nobody delivering my fucking groceries for me. I'll go get them myself or I go hungry.
I was worried about that too. I was. But the guy that picked up my shit, it was shocking because I asked him to get me like strawberries. My husband can't shop. This guy picked up some big strawberries they were huge. I've never seen them that big. And it's from Walmart. And then I went and asked him to get me a head of lettuce. He got me a big head of cabbage like this. I was floored for the stuff that he picked up. And I was just like, I was happy. Now, my husband he would have got a small one like this. That's what I'm saying. My husband don't shop. This guy that picked up my stuff, he's shocked. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I do all the grocery shopping. I always have. And I'm not going to trust anybody else to buy my fucking groceries for me.
No,
that's how I am about meats, Keith. That's how I am about meats, man. Is like I will not let them pick it out. I have to go and do the whole bin test with my briskets and stuff. I have to pick my cut of meat. You know.
I'm real anal about dates. You know, I look at the date. Like my milk, it says it's expired by the 23rd, and this is the 20th. Well, I'm not going to fucking buy that milk because I know it's going to be gone in 3 days. You know? Yeah. My meat is the same way. I look at the dates. You can pick up a slab of ribs. It's like, man, there is nothing but fat on here.
Exactly.
I don't want that slab of ribs.
Right.
You know, I'll go through 27 other packages of them before I find the one I want. And if they ain't got one I like, I ain't going to buy it, you know? And I'll go to another store.
When I had the guy go shopping, I didn't pick out no meat because I didn't trust him with that.
No, I'm not trusting nobody to go buy my food for me. You know, I'll tell you what kind of beer I want. And you can go buy that for me.
Yes.
But you ain't buying my motherfucking food. That just ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, man. Like that's the only thing. I don't care what else. Like I said, I don't care what else we get. They fuck up all the time though. Like they'll get like the wrong size, whatever, and then like they have to reimburse us, and then but like I said, cuts of meat, I have to go and like pick it myself because like I'm looking for a certain type of brisket with a certain amount of fat on it. I'm looking for a certain, like you said, a certain type of ribs with not too much fat on the ribs, and
That's why I let him do that. He does that well. But everything else, like stuff for the kids or anything healthy or something like that, it's like no, I can't.
Right.
I do that myself.
We gotta take a pause here. Hobo, okay, we're about to find out if Darnell's right. Hobo, what are you munching on, man?
Arby's.
Oh,
Even
wow. They brought a new restaurant to Hobo's house.
Darnell has been busting your balls hard in the comments this whole
I can't
time
see the
about
comments
you
now.
ordering out, man.
And he was wrong. And it's fine.
I got a question. I can't see the comments on my phone, and I don't look at it on here. Is this on YouTube or no?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, well, yes, but I mean, in the live stream,
It's StreamYard.
StreamYard, you can see the comments.
So I
On
have to go
cell phone,
to
you might-
StreamYard?
They
But
might
cell
not
phone
show you
is
the. They might
That's
not show
what
you the.
happens when you use your telephone. You can't live life.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know
Buy you a fucking computer and
I
enjoy
am
life.
on the computer right here. That's what this
And this
is.
is coming from a
Why didn't you
guy
say
who
you
doesn't
were
know
on
how
the
to use the
telephone?
camera on his phone.
Well,
Thank you.
the comments are to the right on the computer.
I
On the
know, but I have
computer.
you guys big
On
screen.
the telephone, you get no comments.
There's a lot of crazy hyperbole going on right now in this whole situation. Keith doesn't even know how to take video or a picture with his phone, and he's busting Carla's
Yes,
wood,
and I know how
like
to do
not
that.
her virtual
Because she's on
balls.
her fucking phone. She has a computer. Throw the fucking phone away and get on your computer.
Costs too much. I am on my computer. My phone's right here.
This is fantastic.
I live on my computer, and I know how to do shit on my computer. Like,
Sometimes.
here I am, okay? And if I want to get off of here and go look at Fox News, I know how to do that.
Keith, camera
I
icon.
got this
and the
fucking
button.
thing
The
here,
button.
and I don't know. I couldn't even call you if I
I love
wanted
you.
to. Fuck that telephone.
Your computer is more complicated to use than that fucking phone you have in your hand.
Exactly.
No, because on my computer I can see the chat, but I can't see it on my phone. Neither can you. Neither can Carla. That's
But I
it.
can't
Case
use
closed. I
my screen.
win. Argument discussed. That's it.
That sounded more close-ended, to be honest.
Right.
Am I right or wrong?
I ain't trying to change you. I'm just pointing out the
Am I right or
weirdness
wrong?
of it.
We're all different.
Can you get on your phone and read the comments
Mhm.
on this video right now?
No, because I have it on my computer. Why would I do that?
My point exactly. Leave the fucking
Well,
phone
yeah, I'm
alone.
not going to use multiple devices unnecessarily,
The
but if I'm on
phone
my
is only
phone,
for
Yeah,
emergencies.
so it's
You
easy.
dial 911 when you're having a heart attack. The rest of the time, you use your computer.
I got the Alexa ball to dial that number.
I'm just saying it's just interesting how the simple tap the camera icon and then there's a button for the photo
Yeah.
is more complicated than like opening up StreamYard, launching a live stream.
No, you know what's complicated?
What?
What's complicated is when I'm sitting on the hot seat and Hobo knows I'm a complete fucking moron. And he doesn't tell Rob because Rob should already know this. Oh, send Keith the link on his phone so he can ask his questions. Just post the fucking link in the chat. Tell everybody to stay off of it until I'm done. I can click the link and I can get on there.
Yep.
Me? There he is.
Oh my
All right,
God.
look.
Hey, Darnell.
Hey, so quick class for anybody that's using StreamYard on their phone. When you turn your phone, it doesn't even matter if it's up and down or turned sideways. When you look down and you see the mic, the cam mic option and leave, you see that button that says chat. When you click on chat, it's going to bring you to another screen that says private, and then another box is going to be next to that says comments. Click on that comment, and you can see the YouTube comments, but you can't comment there. You have to open up YouTube panel. Make sure that the panel is muted when you go back to the YouTube panel, and you can comment back there.
She's on her computer though for StreamYard. She was, I think, just looking on her phone to find the
comments on my phone. You got me all confused.
Yeah,
Well,
so
if you're on
even,
the computer, you don't need to be on the phone.
So with your phone, you just
just go to After the Hot Seat channel.
You have to open up two tabs on your phone, two panels. I don't want to call them tabs.
I think she just wants her phone for the comments only. I think.
Yeah.
So she could just open up one tab.
Just open up YouTube and mute it.
Okay, hold your horses. You find it. Oh shit.
So Darnell, let's elaborate more on Hobo's ordering habit.
Okay, so I wasn't all the way wrong. I said Hobo eats out every single day. Just so happened he went and got fucking Arby's. Oh fucking well. It wasn't Taco Bell tonight.
I got to keep you an effort on your toes.
Taco Bell is a good laxative.
DoorDash must have had a fucking buy 3 get 2 free deal or some shit. That's why he got it.
Yeah.
So I was going to take another bite, but let me explain. No.
Give the man a chance.
So there's a YouTube channel that I follow. The guy's a chef, and he interviews other chefs. And this guy had opened up him and another guy had opened up a sandwich shop in Chicago right when COVID started.
Where's Keith?
He's right down there.
Fuck that hams. I done gave it up.
Oh, y'all both drinking shit beer.
No, they fucking they raised the price of that hams. They brought it back and raised it so fucking much. I'm like, fuck you. I'm gonna stick with my Miller.
I should sell you guys some oceanfront property in Arizona.
I've only been drinking hams because Keith hasn't been able to get it for like the last 4 months. So that's the only reason I've been drinking it.
Yeah, that's probably right. And now they raised the fucking price of it now so much. I'm not. $14.99 for a 30 pack.
You'll find a better value in some bottled waters for $3 than you will out of that Coors or that.
That's not bad. I'm paying 20. I'm paying 28.35 for two 30 packs. That's not bad.
I believe it. I'm not here to argue it.
two 18s of Miller High Life, where at least for me, costs more than a 30 pack of the ham. So why not get the hams?
No, I'm not paying it. When it was $9.99, I would pay it. But
and I love
$9.99. I'm like, no, I ain't fucking doing it.
And Miller High Life is actually my preference when I'm at home. When I go out and drink, I drink Blue Moon, but
Blue Moon's good. I like
yes,
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon is the shit.
I'm drinking my High Life now. That's
Yeah, brewed back for Blue Moon.
I give up on hams.
An 18 pack of Miller High Life for me costs just as much as the damn 30 pack of hams. So
I bet you pay way more for Blue Moon, right?
Yeah, Blue Moon. I don't mind paying for Blue Moon though. That's the thing.
Well, that's because you actually just shit in it.
Blue Moon is a great fucking beer.
Well, that's because they actually put ingredients in it.
I think it's stupid that people pay all that money for fucking Heineken that tastes like cigarette water, though.
Heineken.
Easy now. You're gonna make me mad. Come on, settle down.
Heineken is just this water.
Heineken and fucking what's the other dumbass shit?
Wait a minute now. I gotta take indifference. Fucking. You're upsetting me, Darnell.
Keith,
why you take it personal?
Keith, you and I are pretty much similar. But when it comes to fucking Heineken, no. And what's that other beer that takes like fucking 5 minutes to fucking pour?
Dos Equis tastes like shit too.
That fucking
Guinness.
That shit tastes like shit. And you gotta take fucking 5 minutes to pour it from the fucking tap because you gotta pour the glass at a fucking 45-degree angle and all this stupid shit.
You gotta make a proper pint.
You're supposed to pour all beers at a 45 to be honest with you.
Way. There's rules about drinking Guinness.
Yeah, I understand there's rules, but there's rules for no reason for a shitty ass beer.
I'm not drinking it.
Well, I've never been a big Guinness fan. I do brew my own versions of dark beers, stouts. Guinness is it's a pretty stout beer, and it just doesn't have a lot of extra. It just doesn't have enough extra in it for me. But
Fuck that.
but
Guinness
yeah,
sucks.
all beers have to be poured, are supposed to be, if they're coming off the draft, they're supposed to be poured at a 45. And the only reason why they do that is that you don't have a crazy amount of head buildup.
Yeah, so you don't have a whole lot of head, exactly. But Guinness literally takes like
at a 90.
Guinness is like a 5 to like an 8 minute fucking pour. You have to pour it, set it down.
It's coming off of nitrous.
No,
This is a nitrous stout.
but this is how even like the Guinness like crafters and shit. They actually come in and teach you how to pour the perfect pint.
You've been watching too much Bar Rescue, man.
No,
Darnell's telling the truth.
I'm telling you the fucking truth. I'm telling the
Bar
truth.
Rescue? Are you watching Bar Rescue?
No, it's not from Bar Rescue. It's not from Bar. It's not from Bar Rescue. This is actually from Guinness itself.
Yeah.
I know what Guinness the reps do, but the only place I've seen them demonstrate that shit is on Bar Rescue.
But if you ever went to a real bar in Ireland, you would understand. Or in Scotland, or in England, yes, it is. It's a that. No, I'm with Darnell on that.
They try to make it look like an art, but
When I lived in Germany for 2 years, I can go get a fucking Hefeweizen. I can go get a fucking a Heineken. I can go get any fucking beer and get it right then and there. For fucking Guinness, it's like, what the fuck, dude? I'm thirsty. Shit.
Yeah.
it don't take that long to pour. Come on, man, you're being dramatic.
I'm not being dramatic.
Well, how long does it take to pour
Well,
again?
I don't think
it really it literally is something like 5 minutes.
No,
it
come
takes
the
a
fuck
couple
down.
minutes. Yeah,
You're
because you have to
crazy.
pour
You're
it, let it run, then you have to let it set. Then you have to pour it out. You have to
Thank you,
pour it
Keith.
again,
Thank
you. Have
you.
to let it set.
It's
That's
literally minimum 5 minutes.
You're agreeing
Minimum.
with fucking Keith. What the fuck?
Okay, you know why?
Keith is agreeing. Keith is agreeing with me. I brought it up. Keith is agreeing with me. I brought it up.
We say, we think on the same wavelength. You know, it ain't our fault the guy from Texas is wrong. I'm just saying.
James, talk to him.
Now you're treading on territories you have no clue about. So,
Well, all I can say is I've been on 4 different continents and 9 countries, and I've seen Guinness poured the same way everywhere I've been. So,
well, I'll plead the fifth. I won't even plead the fifth because that just means I won't say shit. But I'll just say this: I don't witness Guinness pours, but a beer that takes 5 minutes to pour is I have a very hard time believing that.
It's true. We have.
I know what they pour the beers from are nitro taps, and a nitro tap doesn't take that fucking long to pour. I'm getting ready to add.
Everett says it takes 2 minutes to pour Guinness.
Okay, that's a lot different than 5.
Yeah.
Well, some people exaggerate. I mean,
if they pour it from a bottle, it takes 2 minutes.
So this guy over here is embellishing.
Actually, I'm sorry.
That's what he does.
No.
That's what he does.
If you actually pour it from the bottle, it takes 2 to 3 minutes.
The can.
That fucking brisket took me 32 hours to smoke. Well, it actually only took me 12. But who's counting? I'm just busting y'all's balls. But
literally from the bottle, it's 2 to 3 minutes. From the tap, it's literally like 5 to 8 minutes. No bullshit.
I don't get that because the tap, you're not supposed to just do the tap, just like a little bit. You're supposed to go boop all the way
right
to where it stops.
I have 4 taps. I have 4 taps in my brewery right now in the backyard. I know how to pour the perfect beer.
I haven't had a kegerator.
We're talking about the perfect Guinness here. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Well, I haven't had a kegerator in a long time.
The perfect beer, the perfect pint of Guinness. There's
need a drink
completely
if you're
different animals. Completely different animals.
I know, but Everett's
we need-
literally saying that their website says 119 seconds.
Yeah, that's 2 minutes. That's
But it's
2
not
minutes.
5 or 8.
Well, some people get carried away and exaggerate.
What if I told you guys that we're arguing
It's
over
that's from the bottle. It's from the bottle. It only takes fucking 2 to 3 minutes.
No, come on now. Now we're talking semantics. Look, man.
I'm not a beer guy. I know enough that I'm not going to get into this argument. So,
Hope next time open beers.
So listen. So you ever look at the bottom of a wine bottle? How it has that divot in the bottom? Even the Guinness bottles even have that divot. That's to cut down on the air to make that beer pour smoother. So even the Guinness bottle itself is not even like a flat bottom like a regular beer bottle, and that's the reason it has that.
That's what somebody was saying last week too. Is that I think somebody brought up Stella, I think, and I was like, oh, around here in the restaurants, they're only allowed to give you Stella in a Stella glass. And they're like, yeah, same with Germany or somewhere, blah, 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 with like Guinness or whoever else. By law, they have to pour them in those glasses, and it's because those glasses were designed for the pour.
Exactly.
It's a nucleated bottle,
and just like even on the wine bottles, when they have that concave divot inside. The other reason they do that is so you can't knock the bottle over as easy also, which if my drunk ass hit it, I'm gonna knock it over any fucking way, but it don't matter.
All right, I'm gonna go beer too. Probably be my last. We'll probably cut this out at around midnight Eastern, so another 15-20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready to add I'm all serious. I'm getting ready to add a nitro tap to my kegerator so that I can serve strictly for that tap out. My problem I'm running into is I'm trying to find like a nitrous CO2 beverage. What's considered beverage gas. Trying to find that has been a little bit of a challenge. Near me.
What's the difference with that versus just a CO2 tank?
It has to do with the way the beer carbonates, and it has to do with the way the beer, when you pour the beer, it has to do with the way the fusion and everything between the nitrogen and it's
isn't the beer already carbonated though?
What?
It's carbonated with the nitrous gas. Yes. It gives the beer a certain mouthfeel. It gives the beer a certain head retention. It's a lot of presentation and mouthfeel to the beer. Now I'm kind of going to like my brewing aspect of my YouTube channel is mostly brewing. You can get a good mouthfeel on a beer with CO2, but you have to add like oats to your grain or to your mash. You have to add.
Oh, you're talking about homebrew. Okay, I got you. I'm just thinking about just buying like a keg of beer from the freaking
Oh yeah, man! All my beers on tap are brewed right here at my house.
I'm thinking about going to like Wines Total. What's that shit called?
Total Wines
or some shit. Yeah.
We have one of those nearby. I don't buy kegs. I have my own. I'm getting ready to demonstrate a keg washer I bought here not too long ago. I got a good bit of stuff to video this weekend, but yeah, I got a keg washer, so like it takes out some of the worst part of brewing. The biggest part of brewing, to be honest with you, is sanitation. Like, spend more time cleaning than anything, because the actual brewing process is pretty straightforward.
I always thought it was just you had to have hot ass water, like hot fucking water.
Well, it has to be at a certain temp. That way you get some starch to sugar conversion going on, and you have different acids and omega, alpha, omega.
No, not the brewing, but the cleaning. I thought the water had to be like 180 to clean out all the lines and.
Nah, man, 130 degrees.
Just 130. Okay.
Yeah, 130 degrees, and use something like OxyClean, like an oxygen-based type wash, because it will. I've told you guys this before. OxyClean will get shit off of everything. Like if you got barbecue equipment that's got soot and shit all over it, soak it in OxyClean for like an hour, and that stuff will come off 100%. It'll look new. OxyClean. I thought OxyClean was the biggest freaking gimmick when it first came out, but no, man. If you actually just take OxyClean and put it in like a Pilsner glass, just put like a few tablespoons of it, add some really, really hot water, and just watch it. Just watch what it does.
It does look like he's
OxyClean works. I clean all my sneakers with OxyClean.
You can see this stuff doing some shit in that glass. Like you can see it moving, and it's crazy. It's that oxygen power, and it's actually environmentally friendly stuff. Like you can dump this stuff out into your yard, and it doesn't hurt the environment at all. Like it's a very environmentally friendly cleaning solution because it's oxygen based.
Jason, no, that's not a sweatshirt. That's a fucking blanket that I put on my legs like Hobo does.
Yeah, all y'all except for me and Carla are wearing.
I know.
I'm outside.
I left and
in my house.
I left the conversation. I had to go smoke a cigarette. I had to calm down. I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing about this argument we're having about beer and pouring. It's kind of like
an argument.
It's kind of like barbecue. Okay, you come to my house and I'll say, okay, we're going to eat this pork butt at 2:00, around 2:00, and at 7:00 we still ain't ate. It's the same fucking way. So. Maybe Darnell exaggerated his minutes.
I did not.
Shit just happens, I mean,
I did not exaggerate. So, hey, you motherfuckers y'all like to Google shit. But if you tell me 2:00 and we eating at 7, I'm gonna do a hobo, go to fucking Taco Bell, goddammit.
Keith, I saw your last video on the pork butt, and I commented. I said, "Man, anytime you think a pork butt's going to finish at a certain time, you tack on 5 hours to that shit."
Oh, I know. I saw that. I haven't answered any of those comments yet. I need to do that. I just been
pork butts are terrible to smoke because you just don't know when they're going to finish because
that
their stall is real.
Went into a stall and it never was going to cook.
They will sit at a stall for 4 or 5 hours.
I know, but I will tell you this though. You can buy pork butts in those twin packs. You get 2 of them at once.
Yep.
And you're gonna cook one today.
Yep.
Take that other one and season it up with whatever the fuck you want. Just season the hell out of it. Wrap it up and put it in the freezer. And then, a month or 2, 3 months later, take it out, let it thaw out, and just leave it the fuck alone. Don't put no more seasoning on it. It really works. It really works.
I saw you. It was kind of funny because like the time lapse is like Keith was like all like Duck Dynasty, and then like it cut over and like you were all like post Josh and Babe fundraiser. It was just I was like this dude like let this shit sit that long, and I was like, did it really make a difference? Like
it did. It did. It really did.
That's a hell of a dry brine.
And the way I know the way I know it made a difference was because the old lady, when I opened it up, she was like, "Man, I can smell this. It smells good." The seasoning was all there, and when she took her first bite, she was like, "Oh fuck yeah, this is fucking good." So that's how I know it made a difference.
I could see how like don't like putting your pork butt in a brine like overnight would probably be a lot quicker and easier than like letting it sit for like a month or 2. Or
but that's what I'm saying. If you buy a twin package, and you're gonna cook one, season the other one up, throw it in the fucking freezer. Let it go for a month or 2.
I just nice penetration.
I'm just kind of curious on how, like, if you're doing it that way and you freeze it, I don't know, man. I just don't know, see how, like, it can, like, seep in and make it. You know what? Before I cast down
That's
on you
what-
and your
that's
method,
what the boy kept arguing with me about that.
I ain't arguing with
And
you. I'm just saying I'm doubtful.
No, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. The boy kept arguing with me about this. And I said, all right, Zachary, I've got it seasoned up. It's a room, or it's at a, it's icebox temperature, okay? Now I seasoned
Oh,
it up,
wasn't
or wrapped
frozen?
it up, and I put it in the freezer.
Oh, you did put it in the freezer. Okay.
Yeah. And so, I'm not going to let it set my
Because
icebox.
here's my logic, Keith. Here's my logic behind this, Keith. It's like once things freeze, nothing moves.
Right.
Nothing
right.
moves.
I understand that. What I'm saying is from the time you wrap it up to the time you put it in your freezer, before it freezes, it has time to soak in flavoring. Then when you take it out of the freezer and put it in the icebox and let it set for 4 or 5 days to thaw out, those seasonings are going to seep in even more.
Okay, I agree with that part. But the part where like where it sits in the freezer for
they
like
actually did, man.
I think what's happening is
So no, here's the science. Here's the science, right?
all right, here we go.
The science is
I didn't want to talk to Bill Nye, the science guy, tonight.
Keith, I'm backing up your fucking story, man. Come on.
I think while it's in the freezing process, all the juices,
Salt is the smallest molecule. You could use whatever seasoning you want. Other than salt, nothing else is gonna penetrate that meat.
I understand that.
Salt will continue to fucking move.
Which is why I said an overnight brine would do the same trick. Like if you just soak the shit in like some salt solution with like whatever flavors you want, you'll get the same effect probably in one day.
But it's almost like aging meat, I guess. So if you look at it from the standpoint of freezing something, like you said, that once you freeze something, everything stops. That salt's not going to stop because guess what? We use salt to melt ice, so the salt's never going to freeze. It's going to continue to keep traveling through. And salt is the smallest molecule of anything that we season our food with that can actually keep penetrating and keep on passing through those layers. Everything else is just a topical. Salt will go all the way through.
Just listen to the laboratory guy up above me here for a moment.
Okay.
Let's listen to Mr. Science up here. Mr. Laboratory, right
So
here.
let me just ask this question. When you take a piece of meat or a vegetable or this pack of cigarettes and you stick it in your household freezer, how long does it take for something to get frozen?
My cigarettes are never frozen in the fucking freezer, so I don't know.
Let's skip oddball question.
It takes a while. It takes a while.
And what happens when it takes a while to freeze stuff?
That stuff is soaking in.
You create huge ice crystals, which when you melt them, i.e. sticking them back in the refrigerator, you create these huge pockets that you fuck the meat up, the integrity of the meat.
The fibers are different, yeah.
So unless you have an industrial freezer, so me and Keith got into this 3 nights ago.
Yeah.
All right, I'm outside. I'll listen in the chat. I'm outside. It's literally like 42 degrees out here. Bye. Shit.
I see it right now.
I don't know.
My point being is that if you had an industrial freezer where you can get that time down to, I don't know what it is, hour, 2 hours, whatever the number is, you would create smaller ice pockets from
Right.
It would be quicker, yeah. Right, like cryo.
Which I'm not saying I would agree or disagree with your interpretation at this point, but I would be more heavy-handed to say it could be possible. But I think when you take the pork butt and you freeze it, and you create these huge ice pockets, and then you fuck up the integrity of the meat, like I don't know if
you fuck up the integrity or you just change it which turned out to be good.
Texture
in his
changes.
case.
With
I've
a pork
never
butt
seen
though-
any Michelin 5-star restaurant ever sell frozen meat the second
Yeah,
time
maybe.
around.
Well, they've never tried this before.
Okay. Can I just say this in my defense? I tried this as an experiment.
I meant no disrespect by what I
No,
said.
no, I didn't say you did. Hobo, I fucking love you, dude. You know that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, in my defense, I tried this as an experiment for our house, okay? And when the experiment got done, me and Terry both agreed it fucking worked.
You know, I'm not saying that it doesn't.
You know, that's all I'm saying. I was happy with it. She was happy with it. And we both thought the same thing. Yes, the seasoning penetrated the meat more. And I'll grant you, I should have cooked it another 2 hours, but I run out of daylight and we were hungry. But
So for clarity, I just want, and it's not, Keith doesn't give a shit. He knows me well enough. My point saying is that I struggle when this works, and it's until you can explain why it works, and it's not you, it's anybody.
Right.
Why does this lighter work? Why does this mouse work? Why does whatever work? Until you can explain to them why it makes sense, the people who care then understand why it makes sense.
Yeah.
We just haven't proven right, wrong, or indifferent whether that. My thing is that, and I'm thinking steaks, but pork butt might be different. Is you put those ice pockets in that steak, and then you push that meat back, and whereas with the pork butt, maybe it's a different thing. I don't know.
Well, you know, I'm friends with Troy, and Troy has said for years, you know, he doesn't like to freeze his meat because it changes the texture of the meat. And Troy has said that for fucking years, you know, and so, you know, maybe he could change. Maybe he can taste the difference. That to me, you know, I don't really taste the difference in the texture.
Well,
It could be a different palate, but you know, you know, scientifical wise, you know, I'm not a fucking scientist. I just know if I make something here and the old lady's happy with it and I'm happy with it, we're good.
Right,
You know?
that's the same way as I am. Is I get off on the nerd part of it.
Yeah.
To understand it, and most people don't get it. I understand.
I know what you're saying, though, about for the fucking people that do this for a living and they want to know the scientific aspects of it. Hey, look, I made the old lady a fucking meal and she liked it. That's all the science I need, you know?
Okay, but come on, like there was a point to the video, right? There was a point to the video that does dry brining this stuff and then freezing it and then waiting a month later and letting it thaw and then cooking it, does it deliver a better product? Now, I'm not going to say that your method didn't work because I personally haven't tried it. But you know what? You've given me some ideas. So if you see a BBQ video about freezing fucking pork and then posting a video later saying, yeah, this worked, or don't really see a difference. It'll be my opinion, but if it, I mean, I can't tell you that your personal palate is.
Hey, if you want to do a video like that, and then when you get done, say, Keith, you're a fucking royal fucking dumbass. That is fine with me. That is fine. I am perfectly fine with that.
I will totally give you credit for the idea. You know, like I would totally not just take your idea and run with it. I would totally be like, Keith Bettag said and did a video, and now I'm going to try it, and we'll see if this shit really works. And if it doesn't, then Keith, you're a real dumbass.
I'll give you credit for pronouncing my last name right. Most people can't do that.
Oh, did I say it right?
I'm not going to give you a 3 thumbs down on that one. All right, right off the bat, you're only down to 2 thumbs down. So.
Well, if you give me 2 down, then you give me
no,
1 up.
that was the only. I mean, we were all sitting here one night on a live and had Uncle Steve in there, and I don't know. I think Kent was in there. I don't know who all, but we were all talking about that, and I thought, I'm going to fucking do this, and so
Yeah.
I had bought a twin pack of pork butts, and I knew I was going to cook one the next day. And normally I would just freeze the other one, but I decided to go ahead and season this one all up, throw it in the freezer, and see what happens. And originally I was only going to let it happen for a month, but life got hold of us, and it ended up being a little over 2 months.
It does make me wonder, like salt content wise, maybe a higher salt content in your rub would make more of a difference versus a lower salt content. So, like,
Knuckle Steve's don't have a lot of salt in it. There's not a lot of salt in Knuckle Steve stuff.
Right, because like the whole idea of a dry. What's that?
There's sugar in the one he was using.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, for pork, sugar's fine because like sugar actually does do something for pork. But I hate.
Well, I'm thinking. Here's what happened. All right, so he seasoned it up while it was before he froze it, and then I think it sat like that in the fridge for about 24 hours, right?
No, I put it down. I put it straight in the freezer.
You put it straight in the freezer after that. All right. Yeah. So what happens when it starts to freeze? So Hobo's saying like ice pockets and things. I'm thinking all the moisture rushes to the center.
Why? Why do you believe that?
Because somehow all the seasoning went through. and then when you thaw it.
Okay. So we're gonna take that statement off the table completely.
I want to hear this. I want to hear his point of view right quick. Let's let him.
Because then when you thaw it, all the juices are like
skip the step.
All the juices are like and that's why you get so much juice when you thaw one out. So it sucked them all in when you froze it, and then it was like
Hold on. Now we have to have like some kind of proof, some way for you to demonstrate like that this
fucking
crazy absorption.
Well, I don't know where the moisture goes when you freeze it. Does it all just stay there? And they're like,
Well, I see what you're saying because like the outer part's going to freeze first, right? So like, but here's the thing: I don't understand that logic because.
Well, it's cold. Let's all get together in the middle.
All right, so real quick, Hobo's going to pour a drink.
Can I make one suggestion?
Hobo's going to pour a drink, and then Hobo's going to drop a metric shitload of science on you guys.
Here we go.
Hey, man. I'm going to go bad before the science. I just want to make one suggestion. Everett said it earlier, or Skinner Farm said it. I don't know which, but I fucking did it. Okay, I challenge everybody else to do it. Just do a frozen pork butt Keith way. And then when you do that video, you tell me, is there a difference in the flavor of the pork butt?
Well, here's one other question: Why not just inject the pork butt?
That wasn't the experiment.
Okay, I'm just asking. I
would never inject a pork butt.
Why not? It's fantastic. I've done it several times.
I would never inject a pork butt.
Oh, dude, it'll change your world, man. It's good.
Okay, after all this question is done, I do have a question after Hobo says his things. I got one question to ask. So Hobo's got to say it first, and I got a question to ask.
No, Keith needs to just sit on here for 10 seconds of however long with Hobo.
I'm quiet.
You take salt, you stick it in water, you put a whisk in it, you shake it the fuck up. What do you see?
You see water.
Have you ever put paprika in water? What do you see?
What?
Red water.
Why is that?
Because the paprika doesn't dissolve.
Okay. Yeah. What other spice do you know that dissolves in water?
Sugar.
And?
Salt.
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 We've already got that in there. Salt and sugar.
So the point being, my entire point being in this entire conversation, which I'm not going to say I'm right. I'm just going to say, nope, I don't see where somebody has given me any way to think differently. Whether you put rub on the meat and leave it for 24 hours or put rub on the meat, throw it in the freezer for 24 hours, the salt is the only thing that can move.
Right. That's what Darnell was saying.
None of
think we
the
should do a
spices can
collab.
move.
Do what, Hobo?
I
None of
think
the
we should do a
spices
collab.
can move. I said none of the other spices can move.
Right. Right.
Right,
So if you
because
put
they
salt
don't
on,
dissolve.
if you put
yeah.
salt on something, salt and other spices, but salt is arguably the argument.
Right.
And you throw it in the freezer. When you put something warm and wet is not the right way of saying this, but it's the only
I like
way I can say it. You put it into something cold.
Yeah.
The outermost.
Yeah, I was looking at you, Carla.
The outermost parts of the meats are going to be cooling. So the salt's not going to move to the center. The salt's going to get stuck.
It's going to keep moving, is what Darnell was saying.
But once you put it in the freezer, there's no liquids to suck the salt in.
Right. I understand that.
And when salt is, I'm going to give a broadside, 50% of the rub that you put on there, and none of the other stuff is penetrating, that's my current hypothesis of an argument of why I don't believe.
Well, here's the other thing on your statement there is like, first of all, we're not dissolving the rub at all. We're just sprinkling it all over the outside of the butt. So it's not moving at all. It's not dissolved or anything. And unless like you let it sit out and do this whole room rest soak ordeal, unless that goes back to my injection ordeal. If you haven't injected a pork butt with anything, I challenge you to do it and then tell me that it sucks.
See, I would never inject a pork butt
But why?
There's so much because there's so much fat in a pork butt.
That doesn't have anything to do with it, though. If you want to add a little flavor into the middle,
hear me out here. I have injected tenderloins. I've injected pork loins.
Okay.
But I always thought a pork butt had plenty enough fat in there. I didn't need no more liquid.
Oh, no, you're not going for the liquid dough. The whole idea is to inject more flavor. So maybe you sprinkle your rub on the outside, then you take your rub, dissolve it up in some liquid, put it in an injector, shoot it all throughout your rub or throughout your butt. It's a thicker cut of meat for one, right? So like that the rub on the outside of your butt is never going to make it into the meat like that deep. It's only going to be an outside crust kind of ordeal.
I'm going to say I thought it did. I'll say two things, then I'm going to bed. I got to go to bed. I got to do a video tomorrow and do some other shit. Everett put on here # frozen pork butt collab, Rob.
Saw that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've already done it. I showed you the instructions on how to do it. So y'all fucking carried on. I will say one thing about the pork butt though. It's kind of like what Hobo was saying about putting shit on there and nothing going nowhere.
Right.
When I unwrapped it to cook it, all the seasoning was still on top of there, which really surprised me. After sitting in the icebox for 4 days to thaw out, that really surprised me. But what really amazed me was the smell, the aroma of it.
Oh, yeah, I believe you.
Really smell the fucking rub. And we cooked it, and I really think it penetrated the meat. What, Hobo? I gotta go to bed.
So after I got out of the freezer, you put it in the icebox for 4 or 5 days? Is that
right?
What you said?
Yeah, because in my icebox, it takes a while to thaw out shit.
Well, I can understand why, from a small perspective, you thought that, because that rub was on there for, I'm going to arguably call it 6 days.
Well, it was on
You had
there.
the 1 day on the front end and the 4 to 5 on the back end.
For 2 months. But then, after I laid it out in the ice box, it was good. It was a good 4 or 5 days before I cooked it. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you had the liquids, and I'm going to argue like the top, what we call the bark, had more time to
thaw out.
It's not thaw out. It's have a merry happy mint, for lack of better words. Like,
and the salt which can move, everybody's saying, probably grabbed some of his friends, like pepper and paprika.
No
and
friends being grabbed.
Right on
No
here.
friends
Let's
being
go down.
grabbed, but on the back end, you basically did a 6-day salt fucking brine. The friends, sorry guys, like we're all on the fucking.
When I unwrapped it, Hobo, if you look, when I unwrapped it, there was very little liquid in that wrapper. Very little liquid that came out of it from thawing out.
Did you? Yeah. Here, okay, Keith. For this collab, because this is turning into a collab. Because now I'm fucking curious. Timeline. Give me a timeline. I could go back to your video, but okay, so you rubbed it down and then you threw it immediately in the freezer?
Yeah.
So you rubbed it down.
I didn't even rub it. I just sprinkled Uncle Steve's all over. I used the sweet and spice syrup. That's all I used.
You didn't use a binder. I remember you said you didn't use a binder at all.
No. I just used the pig and the sweet and spice syrup. And I covered it fucking liberally everywhere.
So you were like screaming while you were? No, I'm just kidding. I won't go into that territory. But
so are we wondering how long it takes for once it's frozen? Like once we know it's frozen, do we care if it's in there for a week or 2 months?
No, that's what I said. I originally just wanted this to go a month, but it ended up being 2 months, a little over 2 months.
It was in the freezer for 2 months.
That nothing's moving while it's frozen. So really, once it freezes hard.
Somebody's going to have an argument how when it's freezing, it's moving. I can guarantee it.
But yeah,
all the ocean.
It's kind of like vodka.
Titanic got hit by a goddamn iceberg. That proves salt news, motherfuckers.
I mean, this started out. It was just on a whim, and I was talking to Uncle Steve. I had an idea. Kent was in there that day, and I'm like, fuck, let's just do it. And so I did it. And so, hook you up a collab there, Rob. I've already done mine. You can link my channel back to everybody else's. Had the Brew Q do his, and you and Hobo can do one, and
I'll totally call your channel out and direct
get all
your video
involved, and let's see what you think. I'm like,
now I have a question with all this. Now, is it the same way? Like, if you make like soup or like pork chops or like anything like that, if you season it, you put it in the refrigerator, not the freezer, the refrigerator. Okay, keep it in there overnight. Say you decide to cook the next day. Would that make it better?
No, because you got to let it do this trifecta over 1 month, infusion thing.
If it's in the refrigerator over 1 month, I'll throw it away.
Carla, if you want to get involved in this collab, you have to buy a pork butt and throw that motherfucker in the freezer for 2 weeks or 2 months or whatever.
2 months. We're gonna do it for 2 months.
Yes, yes, a collab. Yes, for these people are all going to do a collab on my fucking frozen pork butt video.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Fucking moron on, and it's going to work. They're going to all see, and when everybody gets done, they're going to say, "Damn, this son of a bitch really knew what he was talking about."
Yeah. I'm
and do we have to buy 2 of them? We do one of them first. We do one of them first, not frozen. and then we do the second one frozen, and we
Don't do them at the same
there's
time.
different.
Yeah, you can cook them.
Do
Put
at
them
the same
both.
time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you just yeah.
Rob's got
After
a good
2
idea
months being
though.
frozen, you just go buy another one and do it normal.
Take one, rub it down, and throw it on at the same time as you throw on the frozen one. You know, like find some way of marking them, flags, whatever, and then take them bitches off, shred them up, and be like, "Oh, this tastes good, but this is fucking fantastic."
That would be the frozen. That would be the frozen.
I bet you those are the same.
Oh,
So
my God.
Keith, I'll
Yeah,
make you this bet. Keith, I'll make you this bet. If you got that served to you blindly, I don't think you'd feel that way.
We'll do it.
Let's do
Do
it.
it. Get
Fuck
throw
it.
one in there and get it ready for June.
As a matter of fact,
All I know is I asked questions tonight, and Hobo does not have to give a T-shirt away. Why is everybody jumping on me?
oh, nobody's jumping
No,
on you.
I like Keith,
They frosted.
Keith, seriously, I like the fact that you try shit.
Yes.
You know, it don't make no sense, and I don't
No,
explain.
the thing is that somebody has to dissect that I can, if somebody explains something to me, I can understand it.
I'm just,
But I'm not going to be the guy to be like, Dr. Hobo, fucking, here's the explanation. I keep shit.
Don't explain shit to me because I don't know what the fuck it means. You know?
But that's the thing is that everybody can say, here's why I think this makes sense. And I can argue, because I'm
Boy, it don't.
argued before, is saying once you freeze the salt, it's not moving. I've not seen anybody else in chat. If you did, I missed it. The point being is that if the argument is the salt keeps moving because it's colder, explain how that works. Is salt afraid of cold? Is the bottom of the ocean more saltier than the top of the ocean, which is by the sun?
We already established it's cold. Let's all get together in the middle.
Yeah, but Rob said like if the ocean freezes, like the center part, it just moves to the center.
Weren't you listening? Yeah.
No, like I'm honestly.
I have no idea. I mean, I don't know why it would work, but Keith said he tasted as if it moved to this. You know, everything it was all the way through, or more.
Oh, yeah, I really think the seasoning went deeper into the meat. I really do. The old lady did too. I mean, you know, so I mean that you know, hey, we're fucking Hoosiers. What do we know? But,
So how about this? Okay, we're coming up. What? By the time we pull this shit off, we'd be close to 4th of July. So you could probably even just do this for 4th of July if you wanted.
Yeah.
Let's say by July 4th, you have this collab done. And
I know that's like 4 months away.
no, it ain't. We're in March already. April, May, June. Oh, you're right. Fuck, that's too far. let's shoot for
Let's just have it frozen. Let's have it frozen for 1 month.
Well, no, Keith said 2. That was the magic.
but no, my original plan was 1 month.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's two.
But shit happened.
But you went 2, and if you went
Yeah.
2, and that made that fucking pork butt phenomenal, we
All
have
right,
to
so
do it
it's
for
Hobo
2.
saying we have to go 2.
Dude,
No, what
2
I'm
months.
saying is time out. So Keith had a plan on 1. It went 2. And then, if I remember right, Keith has made the claim I should have left it on 2 hours longer. I cannot get behind this.
Oh
Other
yeah,
than-
yeah. I should have left to cook. It needed to cook a couple more hours, but I was out of time. I was out of daylight, and everybody was bitching they was hungry. So I
Oh,
pulled it. It doesn't bother me to pull a pork butt early. You know, I just as soon slice a pork butt as pull it.
Oh, but you got to pull it, man.
You know,
Yeah, but
now,
here's the
see,
thing,
I
people-
prefer a slice. You know, as opposed to pulling it.
Here's what
I'm
I'm
waiting
saying.
for Hobo's head to go boom with this conversation. I'm waiting for it.
No, like here's the thing: is like I understand Keith's spot in that situation. People are fucking hungry; they need to eat.
Who doesn't?
But the claim, when you get down to the details, is I cooked a pork butt regularly, and then I froze one for 2 months, pulled it off too early. It wasn't quite there, and it's better than
The first time.
the first one. And that's where I cannot.
Well,
There's so many holes in the science that it's like I can't.
Okay, so here we go.
You know, I'll put it to you this way, then I'm going to bed. Pull the motherfucker when you think it's time to eat.
No,
And then
I
try
agree
it.
with you.
I'm
You know?
pulling
No,
when it's
I'm not talking to you
210
or
degrees because
everybody
that's when they
else.
crumble
I'm
to
just saying,
death.
pull it when you think it's time to eat. You know, if you run out of daylight, then pull the cocksucker. I mean, you know. But
I'm
yeah,
pulling. Okay, so how about this? Have a video posted by like the first week of June.
Yeah, I was going to say
got one. I've already got one.
we could do June 1st because that's 2 months and 10 days from now.
So we can do.
Yeah,
So go
there
get
you
your
go.
butt this weekend.
And that would be 10 days before Keith Fest.
Yeah.
There you go.
I would bring in
So,
leftover
there you go.
pulled pork.
So June 1st.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Darnell's back. We are going to hop off of here soon. I got to wake up early.
Yeah, me too. And Rob, you schedule a collab with everybody and post my fucking link in there so they can get my ideas and what they think. And
Yeah.
so
now this is the positive side of me thinking. The positive side is like
I
this
just wanted to come and say the start date should be the first weekend of May, and that'll take you right into the 4th of July.
that don't give us much time though. But video post.
No, so you do the first pork butt the first weekend of
Oh,
May.
no. We're doing them both.
No, we're gonna do them together.
We're just going to cook two pork butts on game day. So one
Okay,
has been frozen for 2 months, and the other one you just bought.
So freeze the first one. Well, freeze the first one
this weekend.
Yeah, the first weekend of May.
No, freeze it now. Wait. We're in March
April.
already. April, May.
that would be right if you
No,
froze one
You
tomorrow
freeze it in May.
at the same time would be the first weekend of May. That'd be
My point is like if you just go ahead and start getting your video shit together, do 2 months from whenever you decide to start, and then post your video by June 1st. It's going to be the same shit.
No,
There you go.
You
There
have
you
to
go.
post. You have to post the frozen one on the 4th of July.
Well, I've already posted mine. I ain't doing another one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going
I
to post mine.
invented this fucking shit. I am the king of frozen pork butt right now. Somebody knocked me off my throne.
Full on disclaimer though. Keith did say we could say he was full of shit though if this don't work.
But
Oh,
Keith,
yeah,
Keith said it was basically
No
like
matter what.
Keith basically said it was like 2 to 2.5 months. So you can't start now. Freeze
Why
it.
not? We can start anytime we want because as long as we abide by the 2 month ordeal, who cares when we video it? We just have the video posted by.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you buy
Hell,
one,
let the motherfucker go 3 months. I don't care. It
going
doesn't
like that.
matter. You
No,
know?
okay.
When I'm 65 years old, I'll unfreeze the pork butt and see how
So-
it is.
yeah. If you buy one tomorrow, season it, put it in the freezer.
But
Then you
by
got
the time
2
you
months,
reach
10 days.
65,
Yeah.
me and you'll be the only ones alive, dude.
Yeah. So
Nobody else will be watching this.
By the time
Yeah.
I'm 65, I think I'll be
2 months to 2.5 months. So like 2 months.
Just do 2 months. We'll do 2 months. 2
Yeah.
months.
So, and we're
There
not going to push it out all the way to July.
Let's push out to
But you're
June.
going to need 4 or 5 days to let it thaw. So let's go.
Second week of June.
Yeah, it took mine a good it was a good 4 or 5 days to thaw out. But that's my icebox. So
Right.
I don't know how yours works, you know. So.
June 5th is the Saturday, the first Saturday in June. So why don't we post them on June 5th?
That's the week before Keith Fest. Yes, do
Yep,
that.
that'd be perfect.
Keith
Yeah.
Fest.
Be perfect. Yes.
Hey, Keith.
Or if you can't post it, just schedule it to
What,
post.
Carla?
What
Yeah,
town,
yeah. I mean,
Do what, Carla?
what town do you live in?
Evansville.
Evansville. Okay.
Also, you guys got to take into consideration like the atmospheric pressure, depending on where you live. Might
Oh
affect
my
the
God.
Do I look like a fucking weatherman?
I'm saying we have to have the same climate conditions that Keith have for this product to work out.
No. You make that's because you make beer. You want to make shit scientifical.
All right, Keith, give us the model type of your refrigerator so we can go get the same damn
Here we
refrigerator.
go. Yep. Has to be a Kenmore,
Do
like
you
Model
want-
X2.
Do you want my fucking electric supply company too?
Hey, have y'all ever noticed like everybody from like the deep ass South, especially like the old guys who are like 50 years or older, no matter what the refrigerator is, they call it a Kenmore or a Frigidaire.
Is that what
not
it
a
is?
Kenmore. They always call it a Frigidaire, no matter what.
Oh no, man. No, I got Maytag.
No matter what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No matter what the brand is, they always call it a Frigidaire.
It's a
I just
fucking
call it a
ice
refrigerator. I
box,
just call it a
mate.
refrigerator.
I call
Or
it
an ice box, like Keith said.
I don't call it an ice box. I call it a refrigerator.
no. It's an ice box.
Yeah, it's the older guys. It's like 54, 55, 56.
I'm not there yet.
Like the guys from like
Them older guys ain't got shit on me, Darnell. I'm 10 years older
the
than them.
motherfuckers is like from the like deep ass Carolinas and shit because what happened was that was like the brand that hit their area. So they just learned Frigidaire, not refrigerator.
That's the same thing with like when you want like a tissue, you ask for a Kleenex. Don't give a shit what brand it is. You just ask for a Kleenex.
Right.
All right, yeah, this is a true fact. This is a fact.
Like, people go, what kind of pop you want, motherfucker? I don't want a pop. I want a fucking Pepsi.
I don't drink pop. I drink Coke.
Where I grew up,
I don't drink any soft drinks anyway. But if I wanted one, it'd be a Coke.
Ugh.
when I was a kid, man, when you would ask for a
I'm out of
soda,
here, guys. I gotta go to bed. I got shit to do in the morning.
Keith,
Rob, you work on this collab.
Keith grew up on Tab and RC. He's
Oh,
lying.
yeah, right?
Tab.
I didn't
But yeah, RC.
He's
is
lying.
nice. Yeah.
good, no.
Tab and RC for Keith. He's
Hobo,
lying.
if you haven't done it yet, send me your address.
Carla, don't be hyping me up over there, Carla.
I'll hook you up on Monday, man.
That's only drink. I can show you outside of my deck. That's only
look
drink.
what Keith has started. Look at the shit Keith started. Now we got to collab.
Why do you people make me out to be the bad guy? What the fuck, man?
I think this is
Hobo
actually.
like
I think this is a good idea for this guy above me though, because like he's like the laboratory guy or whatever. So this is like the perfect situation for him.
well,
Yeah.
Put those 500 kettles and shit to work, Hobo.
I'm going to fucking bed, man. Y'all guys,
Hobo ass don't cook.
Carla,
I microwave everything.
get warm with your Black Hawks. You'll be all right, baby.
I
We'll
know.
see y'all next time.
They lost today, so they suck.
I totally missed that whole like.
Don't drink too many of them things, man. You think too much. We'll see you guys later.
All right.
All right. See you, Keith.
Bye, Keith.
My
All right,
God.
I'm gonna shut this down. I think. If you guys want to start another one somewhere, maybe Hobo wants to.
No, I got work in the morning. I'm going to bed too. So.
Hobo's gonna start another one on his channel. Or Carla.
7 a.m.
They said no yesterday.
Carla still got this
Industrial
yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't think half you guys are subscribed to my channel.
I are.
I'm damn near like subscribed to anybody. Anybody that's in this circle, I'm damn near subscribed to everybody's channel.
So you subscribe to my channel? Alexa off.
Yeah. Yeah.
For real?
I did. I have very little interest in this part.
I know. But
I mean, I'll try to show love to everybody. So I don't care whatever it is that you do. I just try to show love. So I don't care.
that's fine.
Did you ever kick off your channel, D?
Nope. So I did my LLC paperwork the other day. As soon as I get that back,
Say what?
I filed for my LLC the other day.
You copywriting your YouTube name?
I'm copywriting my name. I'm doing my LLC, dude.
What are you gonna do?
So like I said the other night, I did go fix it. So you can go and subscribe to the Starving Pig Barbecue as of right now. You can go and subscribe. So I did fix it, like I said the other night. I did that. I filed my LLC paperwork. I'm waiting for that to come back. Hobo, go to your state.gov to file your LLC.
Yes, sir.
Just Google how to file for your LLC in your county, and it'll take you to your state.gov, and it'll take you to that landing page. Most states are like $150. I did it express, so it cost me $191 to do it.
Damn.
And I think I also get my EIN also, so that's why I paid the $191. So it's just expediting the paperwork and getting the EIN, I believe. So that's why I paid the $191. But most states are like, yeah.
So
my question is this for like paid YouTubers or?
I don't
No.
know.
This is like private
for your
business.
LLC, for your own business.
What are
Oh,
you starting? What kind of business are you starting?
Your limited liability company.
I'll be right back.
Now, what made you go? What made you go LLC versus sole proprietor?
Barbecue catering. So I don't. So if somebody want to fucking sue me and shit like that. So.
Yeah, they can only sue the company and not you. That's right. Yeah, if you're a sole proprietor, then you run into the issue of being sued personally. So
yeah, I did my homework on the whole like C Corp, S Corp, all that bullshit.
So why would people sue you? Food poisoning or something? Like
so
that be a situation?
So here's a prime example, right? So I just retired from the military, right?
Right.
So yesterday I was at work. I still work for the same Army unit, but just now on the civilian side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm right here in DC, basically. I'm 2 blocks from DC. My job is in DC. So when we had the Capitol riots, the DC National Guard, which is the guard unit I work for, responded to all this bullshit. All the states from Philadelphia, New Jersey, fucking Tennessee, all these motherfuckers came up. We had to feed all these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we ordered a shitload of food, like basically like catered food that comes in like to-go boxes and shit like that. Now that mission has decreased, the food is still coming in, right? Because we already paid for it. So just to make it make more sense, let's just say there was 100 soldiers to start out with. So we had 100 meals coming every day for 2-3 months. The mission didn't require 100 soldiers anymore, so it required just 15 soldiers. Now we're throwing 85 meals away every single day.
Wow, that sucks.
And we can't take it and donate it to a shelter or a church or something like that because somebody can easily turn around and say, "Oh, I got food poisoning from the government, just trying to get a come up." So. Yep. So it could be the same situation with you owning your own food business, which I find crazy because Maryland has this thing where they call it like craft or some other name, but you can sit at home and bottle your peanut butter and your marinades and your mayonnaise and all this other shit. But I can't serve hot food for my home.
Yeah, it's a gray area,
which is crazy as hell.
When I was in my early 20s, I was a restaurant manager for a fast food joint, and like we would have homeless people always like trying to come up and get food, man, and like we would have to we were told throw the food away, don't give it to the homeless or nothing, and it was mainly because
liability.
Yep, like these people would come back and say, "Hey, I got some leftover food from this restaurant, and it poisoned me,"
and like I said, I made that number small. I just went with 100 numbers, 100 meals just to make it make sense. Yeah. But we're talking about hundreds of meals twice a day. Because so for the military, you get 2 hot meals and 1 cold meal, which is basically an MRE or some type of like a snack or whatever, right? But you're talking about feeding hundreds of troops twice a day, hot meals. So they're throwing the food is already paid for. It's already been ordered. So as that mission decreases, it doesn't matter. That food is still coming. So it's like, hey guys, take all you can take whatever you want to take, you know. But shit, you got fucking food for fucking 1,000 people,
Oh my
you know.
God.
And the mission requirement now is only 300 troops. So what's happening with the other fucking 700 meals twice a day? That's 1,400 meals going straight into the damn dumpster.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody don't know how to budget.
No, it's not that. Like I said, the mission requirement. So you gotta think DC Guard, we've been going through this bullshit since fucking the whole George Floyd thing and the whole Breonna Taylor thing. So we've unless it was that state specifically where that person was from, DC Guard, we've been going through it ever since 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So we've always had the mission requirement every time there's a protest. Every protest, DC Guard, when people are down on Pennsylvania Avenue, when they're down on whatever street, whatever demonstration, we're there. That happens in DC.
That's where you live. That's where you're at, is DC.
Yeah, I live 2 blocks over from Southeast DC from my house. I live in Maryland. The DC border is 2 blocks from my house.
Yeah.
My job is 15 minutes from my house. Actually, 12 minutes. I don't want to over exaggerate that.
I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I gotta wake up early.
All right, man. We'll see y'all later.
We can talk about it another day or tomorrow, guys. Just remind me.
Yeah, it's getting late. So,
Okay,
all right, guys.
We'll jump the Hobo's channel and talk about it to Carla's channel.
Yeah.
If I get Hobo on my side to help me, I'll do it.
Carla still got